Hey guys, the DVD update here for week 25, I believe it is, for the real DVD watchers. I'm going to do this really quick because I have places to be. So, this is going to be another rapid fire, I guess. I'm only going to do 3 this time, and I'm going to try to do them really fast, so this is kind of just a really quick video because I really have to go out. So, with that being said, let's get down to it. I checked out a movie, horror movie that came out in 2007, I believe it is, and it's called Botched. It has Stephen Dorff in it, I think is his name. I'm not prepared at all, so I'm just going to go with it. And it has, I think her name's Jamie Murray from Dexter, who played Lila in Dexter, sporting a Russian accent. Anyway, it's about the main character, Stephen Dorff, I think is his name. The actor name, is basically like a small-time thief who owes this Russian guy money, and so the Russian guy, owns him basically and sends him off to steal stuff for him, and so the movie starts off with him doing a little heist, which goes wrong, and so he goes back to this guy, a failure, having failed to bring him what he wanted, and so he's going to give the guy one more chance to steal a really special thing, and he's got to go to Russia to do it. So Stephen Dorff goes off to Russia, and the guy hooks him up with two this is a horror comedy, I should say, two not too bright Russian guys to help him out, help him steal it, and it's this gold cross with all sorts of gems in it. And it's so they go to this building in Russia, this like office building, and it's at the very top penthouse where they have to go. And one of the Russian guys that is kind of slow or whatnot accidentally shoots the woman, and so they start to go back down in the elevator. And for some reason they think security is onto them, and the elevator stopped, and there's other people on the elevator with them. And so they basically take them. The elevator opens up onto this like floor that looks like it's just for construction. There's all sorts of different ways you can go, but some of the doors are blocked off and stuff like that, so it kind of looks like a construction area. So they take them as hostages, the other people in the elevator, until they find out what's going on. Unfortunately, this has all been this is a weird floor owned by some people, and basically it turned to a type of like slasher movie from there on. People just keep getting knocked off and killed by unknown sources that you find out. I don't want to spoil too much, but this was actually really funny. It was really funny comedy, and it had nice blood and gore in it as well. So I totally recommend it. You should check out the trailer and see if it's something into you. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'm not sure where I actually heard about this from. But either way, it's a good movie. It's called Botched, and it came out in 2007. If you're into stuff like that, check it out. Next movie I saw was Wolverine Origins. Wolverine, just Wolverine, whatever. I saw it in the theaters with my mom and my brother. I have some nitpicks, but overall this was I actually enjoyed it. It was fine. I like the different mutants they brought into it, a bunch of people were talking about Will.I.Am's mutant acting. Yeah, I kind of noticed that it was lackluster. But of course Hugh Jackman did a great job. I'm not really into too much into X-Men. The first 3 were okay. I really enjoyed this one. I would say, well, I can't really say because I only saw the first 3 X-Men once a piece, and when they first came out in theaters, and I've never seen them since again. So I really can't say which I liked better, but I did actually really like Wolverine. I like the different mutants they brought in. You see a young Cyclops, which I'm guessing is supposed to I'm pretty sure they're probably going to do origins of him as well. What they did to Deadpool, though, I'm going to have to totally agree is fucked up and stupid. They totally fucked that character over. Apparently now, though, he's going to get his own movie or whatnot. I guess I was going to say spin-off. I guess it's kind of a spin-off, but whatever. He's going to get his own movie, so maybe they won't fuck him over. Who knows what's going to happen with that, but that was one of the things I didn't like about this movie is they fucked over Deadpool, and you didn't really get to see him much. He only had really one scene to show off his coolness, and it was alright. It wasn't anything spectacular, and then they totally fucked him over. I'm not gonna. It'll ruin it if I like say what happens, obviously. But Sabretooth, I really like the guy that played the actor that played Sabretooth, and I really like the Sabretooth character as well. That was great. They brought in one of my favorites, Gambit, and the actor that played Gambit, you know, he looked. I don't know how I expected him to look, but he had kind of like long hair and stuff like that. I'm not really into the comics or whatnot, but he just kind of looked different and weird. And he moved. He had like supernatural powers type deal that was just weird. And they were in like Louisiana or something like that, and it totally didn't look like Louisiana at all. Anyway, I'm sorry I didn't say much about this movie, but I overall liked it except the Deadpool bit. The ending, you know, it leads into the X-Men movies where he doesn't remember much. And they actually, my brother told me he had already seen this with his friends, and he told me to wait for the credits to roll because they showed a clip at the end. And they did something weird with this movie, and they rotated clips. Like, there's 2 different clips at the end that you can see. I saw the Deadpool one, so that's the one I saw. It wasn't that bad. And lastly, I want to touch on real quick, if I have time, who knows with editing what's going to go down with this, but I saw Crank 2. I'm going to have to say I'm like this with the movie. There's bits I didn't like at all about it, and there's bits that I liked about it. I saw this like 2 weeks ago. So I don't remember that much as of right now, but it was good. It did actually step it up a notch from the first one. The first one was definitely tons better. There's just little bits that like take you out of the movie. Like it shows Jason Statham's character as a child, like on a British kind of like talk show, Sally Jesse Raphael type thing, and they're asking him why he's a bad kid and why he gets in all this trouble and stuff like that. And then there's this weird scene where he finally meets up with this one guy who's supposedly carrying his heart in a case, and they're in a power plant, and all of a sudden they go into like a fight scene, but like all of a sudden there's a miniature version of the power plant around them, like the power towers, and they're like huge people. They're like regular sized people. You can tell they're standing on a miniature like set of the power place that they're starting to fight at, and they just have extremely oversized, huge cartoonish heads. That was quite awkward. That being said, the Doctor character is just great. The one that was from the first one is back in this one, I believe, and the Doctor character is just great. Although I didn't like the ending at all. Basically, I don't. Sorry, I say basically way too much, but I didn't like the ending, but the action and all that stuff was cranked up to a second notch, if you could say. But still, I'll probably get it, but it's not something I'm going to go back to. Like, I did watch Crank a couple of times when I first got it, so that's great. I probably rambled way too much, so that's been the DVD update for week 25, I believe, of the DVD Watcher, the real DVD Watchers. So I'll see ya when I see ya.